Hello everyone on the Wolfside channel! Not with a new episode of Law and Order, but with a very important topic about the state of the game, about the criminal system in general. And no, the whole video is not my personal opinion. I like the murdering system in Mortal Online, but I also dislike the murdering system in Mortal Online because it has huge flaws and it has good potential as well, but it's a very small edge where we're standing here, because if you make it too easy for murderers, many people will leave the game. On the other hand, not many people will maybe come to the game if you make a really hard punishing murdering system. It really depends on how to balance this thing. Because in the Mortal Online 2 forums, on Reddit, in the Steam reviews, in thousands of YouTube comments, people were complaining about the criminal system in Mortal Online. As well as in Henrik's streams, many people write him, and I may quote, "The criminal system is shit." Many times people are leaving an explanation why they think it's shit, but often you just read "it's shit." But that will not help Star Wars to identify why it is shit. But now to the people who left an explanation. For example, this guy here, I will read it. "The game is definitely beautiful and unique, and I was really excited to start my journey. But I've just begun and have been playing for like 3 days now, and have to say that there's no way to embrace my horse and I getting team killed while fighting all the time. Being an innocent player, not able to farm simple picks, general herbs, bandits, zombies really sucks. Even farming wood naked has been a bust. And witnessing people quit the game due to similar treatment is sad. That's why the population will never have proper growth. The current criminal system is flawed and minuscule. Trying my best to progress, but it's really feeling impossible now." That was just an example comment. I'm getting nearly 2 or 3 of these comments each week. And I guess everyone who is leaving such a comment is no longer in game, I guess. I really can understand the anger. I can understand the frustration. In Mortal Online 1, you weren't able to enter a city after you been an evicted murderer. But many people complained in the old game about that the murdering system is a little bit too punishing, because if you're reviving yourself, you have stat loss and you need to regain strength and dexterity and stuff like that again. But with the custom priest and with the spiritism patch, this was then possible to revive yourself as a red player without any negative effect. But now in Mortal Online 2, I spoke with a lot of veteran players from Mortal Online 1, and most of them said that it's not punishing enough in Mortal Online 2 compared to Mortal Online 1. Because of the little reputation loss and on the reputation loss for other cities and stuff like that, and that you can just murder people and then 10 minutes later you're standing just beside them. They know you are the murderer that killed them, but you can't do shit. And that is where people are getting really frustrated. For example, if you go outside with your equipment, whatever, you're getting killed by someone, then you are going back, re-gearing yourself, and then you are meeting the same person that killed you and still has your equipment with him and is mocking you about how shitty you are. And that he has the equipment now, and he don't get punished for that in any way. I mean, the fucking reputation loss is a joke. And that you have the murder counts is also a joke, because you can now burn them offline as well. And the bounty system is still not working how it should be. I mean, just for example, if I'm going to the bounty vendor and I'm saying, yeah, I want to hunt criminals, then he gave me a criminal that is 5 kilometers away. What the fuck, Star Wars? What the fuck? Give me the fucking nearest criminal at that town, the nearest criminal. That is the closest criminal to this bounty hunter. It's not so complicated. Sorry that I'm going a little bit in rage mode here, but it's just like it would solve so many problems. On the other hand, I can totally understand that if you go outside a town, it should be fucking dangerous, because that is Mortal Online and not Hello Kitty Online. So I can totally understand the other side, who is even saying we need less punishment for murderers. Just for example, there were also some people that were suggesting that we completely remove the reputation loss system and the murder count system, and outside of towns there is free-for-all PvP all the time, without punishment from guards, without punishment from reputation loss. I can understand both sides. The first side, who is very frustrated while getting murdered, and the other side who want to explore the complete freedom experience. But the real interesting thing is what Henrik thinks about all this. So let's hear Henrik's statement to that.
We always try to make it as clear as possible that Mortal Online is a very hardcore, harsh world. But we also want to add, you know, there's history and lore and the kingdoms in place. Obviously, those kingdoms have gods, right? And for us to also, this is not just a Rust match. You jump in, kill, steal, and jump out and play whatever, nothing persistent and so. This is a real RPG game. Persistent also, which means you can build your character and different stuff for many years to come, which means obviously there needs to be some order in the game, and you can affect this obviously a lot, but also for new players that are completely new, weak characters, no gear, obviously needs a proper chance to get introduced to the game, learn the basics, and get up on their feet pretty much. And that's also what I know that all of you guys want, a growing population, and the only way to make that happen is obviously to get some protection and order in place, similar to EVE Online and most other MMOs. You can't avoid PvP in this game. No, obviously you can't fully avoid it, but if you leave a big portion in high security cities making trades and such, you can avoid a lot of the PvP. And like we said many times, we are expanding on the nation task system and security, a little bit more like EVE Online, from high security to zero security. And in security city, it means you're on no man's land, you can't even report or flag. That's really the big danger. But in high security, medium security, so even outside of cities, there may be patrolling path, some specific barracks with guard outposts in different nations. New players can learn to be close to these areas to avoid as much PvP as possible, because they will have more protection that way. And obviously, we want to promote real, exciting PvP out in the dangerous lands. So those people that are excited about PvP don't have to care about murder counts, and they will have real fun fight with like-minded people. So we promote that. That's the goal, right? Which means hopefully that those players won't be hanging around trying to hunt noobs, because that wouldn't make sense. There's greater benefits for those on a real PvP ground in those areas. So that will also help promoting new players that want to avoid PvP, or people that want to avoid PvP can simply stay in safer locations. So that's going to be expanded on as well for Epic Game release.
I guess this is a nice thing to handle this. Handle, and I have a handle in my hand, you know. Not even head jokes, now we are at the handle jokes. So it sounds like a great idea, but the most important thing is, what is your opinion about that? Please leave that in the comments. And please also write if you think the criminal system is shit, or it is good like it is right now, or you like it a little bit less restrictive, or you just want it a little bit harder than Henrik just explained. So, thanks for watching, and ring the bell, like, subscribe would be awesome. So special thanks to all the supporters: Carmel, the Dragonslayer, Professor O, the Wisdom Streamer, Slam of Gaming, the German Twitcher, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Cologne, Bulldog, you, and all the others, of course. So always remember to make criminals hard, party hard, and see you all next time. Goodbye.